Damn! We're making my last Descendants doll cake. I'm excited about this because I'm over it. I'm over doll cakes. I'm over it. I'm done. But you know what? It is good to end on a high note. And that high note is Lonnie, the descendant and daughter of Mulan. I love her and I love this dress. So let's get started. You guys already know how I start all of my doll cakes. I know you do, right? It must be trash day because we're recycling like crazy. I use the exact same pans, the exact same techniques, icing, simple syrup, to get the shape that you guys all know as the bottom of the doll cake dress. Now if you want an in-depth look at how I start all of my doll cakes, there is a video for you in the description box. And once you've gotten to this point, you can start your Lonnie doll cake. So the first thing I'm going to do is roll out some baby turquoise fondant. It's a very light shade of turquoise. I'm going to roll it out into a very large circle, 37 centimeters in diameter. This circle isn't perfect, but that's okay. I'm going to lift up the entire piece and just drape it over my entire doll cake. I want this cake to be full of volume, so I'm not going to flatten it out at all. I'm just going to take my fingers and enhance all of the folds and ruffles at the bottom. I used to tuck them in, but then I realized that if I leave all of these folds, it makes my job easier at the end. You see how I spin it into the perfect spot? That's not by accident. First I place my hand where the perfect spot is. Then I turn it, and then I turn it back into place, and then I just cut away all the crap that I don't want you to see. You see that? It's a lie, you guys. It's a YouTube lie. Took my paring knife, cut a hole in the middle, and then opened it up with my fingers. Placed my Lonnie doll in the middle, and then sealed her in with a little bit of fondant. That way she can't move, and it also makes it so I can decide where her waist falls. You could put it higher, or you could have it lower. It really just depends on the design you want. Now I realized if I blend the fondant as soon as I put it on, then I don't have to use vodka, or I use very little vodka to blend the fondants together. And once I finished that, I started to create her top. I'm going to start her top by rolling out some salmon color fondant. Now the colors I chose come from the outfit that she wore in the first Descendants movie. There's a scene where Lonnie goes into Mal's room and then Mal uses a spell and she's like, now you're gonna be Becky with the good hair. And then her really ugly flat hair just looks like a L'Oreal commercial. I loved the colors in that outfit and I wanted to translate them into this really awesome gown. I cut the fondant in half and then I cut it into 2 strips. Each strip had one side that was 1 inch thick and then the other side was ½ inch thick. I don't even know why I told you that. Those measurements don't even matter because they all get altered when you place them on the doll. And I place this onto her body. The inch goes in the back and then the ½ inch is in the front. Each side of the top is going to get 1 panel. Now this top totally relies on where you decide to lay the fondant. You know, I placed it high enough on her shoulders that when it folds, it actually creates a collar. And because of the thickness, it also creates a sleeve. I'm just using my fingers to shape it to Lonnie's chest and waist. And then I'm joining the front and the back of the fondant together at the side. Once I was happy with how everything was fitting her body, I just took my paring knife and I cut off the excess on the back as well as the front. Now this design does have a slit in it and it goes pretty deep, but it's not really revealing. Now for the bottom of the dress, I took some more of the turquoise fondant and I cut it into a whale shape. It actually looks even more like a whale because of the color of the fondant. I don't even know how to explain this shape. So we've got 2 straight lines and then a curved line. Maybe I should make templates for you guys. I should. Maybe I should do that. Now I'm going to roll the fondant out again just to soften up all of the edges. Then I'm going to fold over the straight edge once and then fold it back to make it look like folded fabric. I'm going to place this onto my dress with a little bit of vodka at a diagonal. Every one of these pieces is going to be placed at a diagonal. So when it's finished, all of this will look like fabric that's spinning. It looks so pretty. Now I'm just gonna cut off the excess at the top. You're definitely gonna have some because each piece isn't consistently the same. Now we're gonna score it with what? My Ghetto Fabulous fondant tool. I bought this at Michael's for $2.50. It's a piece of jewelry, but it works. Now I'm scoring the top of the gown right where it meets her waist. And I'm scoring the first piece of fondant as well as the piece that we just placed on top. This really blends both of them together so it looks like one piece of fabric as opposed to two. And adds so much texture. And once I was happy with the blending, I repeated this exact process with my second fold of fondant. And I just worked my way around the entire dress. I used about 4 panels. Now you've seen me use this technique before. I used it on Zahara and it looks flawless, so I'm not gonna change a damn thing. Now I want this to shine like a mofo, so I'm gonna dry brush on some white luster dust into all of the folds and the score marks so that when you spin this it'll highlight all of those places and it looks so glamorous. Now to add even more glamour, I rolled out a lighter shade of turquoise and I just cut out some flowers with my fondant cutter. I don't want these to be flat, so I'm giving them some texture with my ball fondant tool. And then just place them on randomly to the dress. I'm also adding on some white pearl sprinkles just to give this dress a little bit more depth. Y'all know how I finish my doll cakes, right? You know what goes on the bottom. You know, it's gumballs, and these are white. Now there's one more thing I'm going to add to this cake, and it's important because it's my favorite part about Lonnie. I'm gonna make sure that even though she's wearing this dank dress, she's still a swordsman. I just used a hot glue gun to attach one of my action figure swords. And voila, our Lonnie Doll Cake is finished. This dress is so classy. I love the colors. I love the cut of the top. And can you tell that that's a Wonder Woman sword? I've got Wonder Woman, I've got Batman, I got Superman. You know, the one thing I loved about Lonnie was that she was met with the classic boy-girl dilemma. You're a girl, you can't do it, you can't fight with swords. Yo, her mom is Mulan. She saved China. You know who you're talking to? Now Lonnie is the final piece in my Descendants doll cake collection. First, we had Uma, the daughter of Ursula. Then Evie, the daughter of the evil queen. Mal, the daughter of Maleficent. Jane, the daughter of the fairy godmother. And finally, Lonnie, the descendant swordsman daughter of Mulan. Now I'm curious, now that you've seen the movie and you've seen all the doll cakes, which character and which doll cake is your favorite? My favorite character I think is Uma. She's got no chill. With Mal, she tried to steal her boyfriend at her party. Oh no, she gonna learn today. Even though she's my favorite character, the Mal doll cake is my favorite. Love the Mal one because it looks so edgy, but it still looks so like high fashion wearable. Now if you haven't already, make sure you check out all of my doll cakes. I've got a ton on this channel. I even made some of the mothers of all these characters. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this. These are the last doll cakes I'm ever gonna do on this channel. I imagine if that was true. I lose so many subscribers and I get so many death threats. It's gonna be a very long time before I work on another doll cake, but don't worry, I got some reserves for you throughout the year. When Descendants 3 rolls around, I'm probably gonna do this again. It would be cool to create like ultimate dresses for each of the characters. Now make sure you hit that notification button so you can see all of the things I post in the community tab as I post them. Lonnie's a great example of the community tab because she wasn't gonna get her own video. She was just gonna be a part of the compilation, and then you guys really wanted it, so here you go. I love you guys. I will see you very soon. Peace!